Let's talk about the events of the 4th season of the Green Lantern Corps series in my DC Cinematic Universe. If you can't tell by this image, we are dealing with Mongul. Mongul would be a being that the Green Lantern Corps isn't prepared for. He exists in a sector of space outside of their jurisdiction, and as the United Lantern Corps and the Thanagarian Empire Alliance are beginning to expand their peacekeeping borders, that is when they run in to Mongul's section of space. Mongul is one of the most violent, one of the strongest, and one of the smartest villains the Green Lantern Corps will ever have to face. So during this season, when the rest of the Corps are out and about fighting sort of like the surrounding bits of his empire, including going to the planet Almerac, which he has taken over and enslaved, and a planet run by his sister, Mongul. While all this is happening, we get 2 very specific people going to Warworld directly to speak with this man. Guy Gardner and Lobo, but both of them are beaten severely. They are outmatched and thrown in to his gladiator arena. So for the entire season, we are getting an enslaved Guy and an enslaved Lobo sort of buddy cop situation. And yes, this is where they would meet one of the champions of his arena, Beppo the Super Monkey. That's right, motherfuckers. I am giving you the Guy Gardner, Lobo, and Beppo the Super Monkey show. They're doing gladiator shit. They're fighting on Warworld the whole season. Throughout the season, Guy Gardner is actually getting weaker because he cannot summon his lantern to recharge his ring. He is depleting it slowly. Now, throughout this season, Guy Gardner and Lobo are already just like best buddies, but we're gonna really focus on how they are absolutely best friends. Like, they come to view each other as brothers throughout this part of this season. And this part's very important because after Guy Gardner's ring is completely depleted of energy and he is no stronger than a normal human, and as they are approaching their final fight to winning their freedom on Warworld, they're approached and fought by Mongul himself. He is who they have to beat and kill to walk out of there free. They try their best, but Mongul easily overpowers both of them, and then in front of Guy, beats Lobo to death. Lobo crawls over to the lifeless corpse of his best friend, and the Guy is furious. Guy looks at Mongul and screams bloody murder. Guy runs to him and just starts attacking him, but nothing Guy can do can dent this guy. Guy is breaking swords and axes against Mongul's hide, and Guy then just starts punching him. He's just punching Mongul in the gut over and over, his fists bleeding because of it, his hands clearly broken because of this beating. All, of course, while Mongul is delivering the most evil, fucked up monologue about how it is pointless to try and hope on his planet while he is in charge. And it is while he is spelling out Guy's future fate and what he is going to do to him. All of this while Guy is thinking about his dead best friend right behind him. Guy punches Mongul in the abdomen and Mongul goes flying and we hear a pin. Mongul pulls himself out of the rubble, and when he turns to look at how Gardner did that, Guy Gardner is glowing red. That's right, we're getting Red Lantern Guy Gardner, and Red Lantern Guy stomps this motherfucker into the ground, beats this man, pushes his body into the core of the planet. He comes back and he looks at Lobo, sad that his friend is dead, and then Lobo just gets up, spits out a couple teeth, and we watch as his teeth grow back. Guy is shocked, and Lobo looks at him and goes, "Oh, what, you didn't know I'm immortal? No, only a Zarnian could kill a Zarnian, and I killed all the Zarnians. I'm here forever, baby!" Guy hugs his best friend and looks down at his finger, where his green ring is broken, and on top of it is a glowing red lantern ring. Guy uses the power of his ring to free all of the slaves on Warworld and return him and Lobo back to Oa to report back in with the rest of the Green Lantern Corps. But not too long after he gets there, Mongul arrives. Guy did beat the crap out of him and throw him into the core of the planet. That didn't kill Mongul. Not even close. This dude is a beast. Mongul attacks Oa directly and just starts destroying Green Lanterns left and right. Only full-powered, actual emotional spectrum lanterns can do anything to this guy, and even then, he bounces most of that shit off. And it's while he's being attacked, he slowly approaches the central power battery on Oa. He knows that is the source of all of the Green Lantern's powers. And Mongul raises his fists and he destroys the central power battery on Oa. All of the Green Lanterns, all of them, with the exception of Jessica Cruz, because she is wearing Alan Scott's Green Lantern ring from Earth. As it breaks, we get a montage all around of Green Lantern Corps members, some of them in space, losing their powers one by one. Jon Stewart falls out of the sky on a distant planet and is caught by his then wife, Shira Hall. Jo Mullein is off in a far distant sector of space and loses her ring, now being unable to understand the language of these aliens and not having a way off of the planet. Simon Baz and Kyle Rayner are on Oa to witness this loss, and we see Sodam Yat, the Daxamite member of the Green Lantern Corps, who has been in every single season of this show, lose his powers in space, and he chokes to death with no air. And as Mongul turns around, ready to fight the only two people with powers there, Guy and Jessica, he is incinerated, atomized, completely destroyed by bright, burning white light standing behind him. And as Mongul's ashes crumble to the ground, the camera focuses on the glowing white figure standing behind him. It is Volthoom, and now that he is freed from imprisonment, he will make the universe feel his wrath. The wrath of the First Lantern.